Hello Pisces, welcome to your mid-month reading. This is from the 15th of November to the end of November. So the energy surrounding you, as I was thinking about and connecting to the energy of your sign, was a lot of pressure on my left side. And it's not so much like physical pressure as it was like spiritual pressure from a feminine, like the feminine. So I felt like perhaps Pisces had some like feminine or female influence this month. Like be aware of the feminine spiritual influence in your life, because I feel like that's your intuition, that's your internal guidance systems. Those are the things that help move you forward. So and be aware of that. Be aware that you are surrounded by, you know, beings who want the best for you. So Pisces, for your mid-month reading, let's see what you got going on here. Pisces. Okay, here we go. Okay. So first off, you have Judgment. Then you have the Nine of Wands. And then you have the Two of Swords. So this feels to me like you have put in a ton of work about something. You have seen very little result, and now you are debating what to do about a situation. Yeah, I'm hearing eggs all in one basket. So I don't know if some of you, like, you know, stuck all your savings into a project that hasn't really paid off yet, or if you're trying to have a startup that's not doing, you know, as well as it should be so quickly. What I do see here is that you have, and I know I don't want to use the word opportunity, but it's an opportunity for growth. Because you know exactly the work that you have done in this period of waiting that you have happening right now, because it's totally somebody who's like waiting for the right move. You've done a lot of work towards whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish. I almost feel Pisces with this real feminine energy, and it's interesting because you have this Wands card and you have a Swords card, and that means, you know, to me that's air and fire, so you have thoughts and actions. But Judgment is interesting, that you have Judgment just being the first card that you pull, because it almost like you start off with this is what's up. Like you start off with my decisions and my choices are the reason I'm in this situation. Does that make sense? And it's interesting because I actually feel like jail here. Like I feel like somebody, not jail. Oh, that's so scary, right? But what I feel here is that Pisces, that you are kind of in a position where it's like, now I have to God, this seems so negative, but it's not so much negative as it, I mean, because if this is a situation that hasn't happened yet, which, you know, these readings are towards the future, I feel like this is something you can totally prevent. But in this particular reading, I feel like you made a decision which caused you to quite literally have no choice in a matter and just have to wait, which to me feels like sitting in a jail cell, or sitting in, and it's not like the Eight of Swords where it's like you're super stuck, but this is like more or less like sitting in your own thoughts, like sitting in your own decisions, like you made your bed and now you have to sleep in it kind of decisions. It's interesting to me that you have the Two of Swords at the end, because as that being like the end card for me, when I pull that, I always feel like this is somebody who doesn't have a lot of choice in the matter. And I know that the Two of Swords can mean a lot of different things to a lot of readers, but for me, I always feel like this is somebody who doesn't have a ton of choice. Like they're forced to make choices, but it's not like any of it's really gonna make a difference. Like they're super stuck. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're stuck. Sorry, I'm lighting another incense here. Oops. This is the waiting game. That's exactly the sentence I just heard. The waiting game. So I'm not sure what you're waiting on. I'm not sure what effect it's going to have in your life or on your life. But I do know that the decisions and actions of the person this is referring to are a direct result of this, are the reason that they're in the situation that they're in. So the situation that you're in, let me rephrase that. The situation that you are in, or the person that this is referring to is in, the situation they're in is a direct result of the decisions and choices that they made. And I do feel like there is, I'm hearing damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I almost feel like this is a situation where you really had no choice in the matter to begin with. So it's not necessarily that you like participated in an illegal activity and then got in trouble for it. I feel like this is something that like was gonna happen, and really there was nothing you can do about it. So now you just have to wait. You just have to wait on an outcome. Interesting. Pisces, you guys are super emotional, and I don't see any cup cards here. So you are either stuck in your thoughts, like I feel like your thoughts, you almost feel, you think, that's what it is, that you think you don't have a choice. And the only thing to do is just wait. Because maybe if you do make a choice, maybe if you do act, you are going to suffer a consequence that you don't need to. So this period of waiting seems to be semi-beneficial. Honestly, it does. It seems to be semi-beneficial. So if you haven't made a choice yet, and this is something that is preventable, let's talk about it in that way. If you haven't made a choice yet, then this is something that you can weigh out the pros and cons of whatever situation that you're going to. And there is a model, and I forget exactly the whole thing for, but I think the model is called SODAs. It's an acronym, and it means like situations, options, disadvantages, advantages, and solutions. And so what it is a way to weigh out the pros and cons of any situation and make the appropriate decisions. And do it in a way that prevents you from suffering any excess. Okay, Pisces. Be very careful for the rest of this month. Make your decisions wisely. Make sure that you have all the facts before you act. Do not act brash. And make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into before you ever choose to do anything. This could be business. It could be business, a business adventure. It could be anything. So just be very careful when you make your decisions, okay? We will check back in on December 1st for the first of the month's readings, and hopefully we get an update on what this is, and I get to follow along in your guys' journey, because it's interesting to me to see how the cards kind of talk to each other over a period of time, you know? So, okay, I will see you December 1st, Pisces. Good luck.